Didn't think I was going to make it. That was a hard ride down the G2G trail and all the way to across the covered bridge. But you didn't know I lived so close to the covered bridge, did you? Here's probably the greatest road song of all times. Trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents, no phone, no pool, no pets, I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom, buzzing 8 by 12 4-bit-room. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. Third boxcar midnight train, destination Bangor, Maine. Old worn out suit and shoes, I don't pay no union dues. I smoke old stogies I have found, short but not too big around. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. I know every engineer on every train, all the children and all their names, every handout in every town, and every lock that ain't locked, no one's around. I sing trailers for sale or rent, rooms to rent 50 cents, no phone, no pool, no pets, I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom, buzzing 8 by 12 4-bit-room. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road. How's everybody doing tonight? We had kind of a nice day here. Rained a little bit in the morning, but been a real nice day since. Cooled off a little bit. Trailers for sale or rent, rooms to let 50 cents, no phone, no pool, no pets, I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing broom, buzzing 8 by 12 4-bit-room. I'm a man of means by no means, king of the road, king of the road, king of the road. It's Tuesday. I'm live. It's Tuesday Live. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Live. I come to you tonight from the traditional territory of the neutral Anishinaabe and Haudenosaunee peoples. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to live, love, and entertain in this great land. Let's keep it a place that cares for and is welcoming to everyone. See, we have I just caught a glimpse of a new viewer from Detour Mines. That's pretty exciting. I'm not sure where Detour Mines is. I'm going to have to go look that up after the show. But if anyone knows, I suppose the gentleman who contacted Dan, I think it was, if I saw that right, is maybe let us know where in the middle of what nowhere that Detour Mines is. But that's exciting to have you here tonight. Exciting to have everyone here tonight. Because tonight we're playing road songs. Songs about life on the road, going down the road, or maybe they just have road in the title. I know a lot of folks haven't been out on the road in the last year and a half or so. But folks are starting to venture out a little bit more now. I know there's some musicians even getting out and playing. our good friend down in the Hammer, Elfie Smith, Hamilton, is actually playing on a patio right now as we speak. So hope he's having a great little gig there. I know there's a few other events going on, live music events happening, mostly outside, I believe. But that's kind of exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'm even getting a few inquiries about gigs for birthday parties and weddings and things. So that's fun for musicians and hopefully fun for everybody else, as long as we're safe out there, I guess, as well. We certainly love having you folks here tonight. It's always great having an audience. You know, I wouldn't do this if nobody showed up. Well, I'd probably do it. I just wouldn't turn the camera on. But we have a really fantastic and diverse group of performers on the show tonight. Our guests include Dark Orchard, who, if you've been watching the show for a while, have heard Dark Orchard before. It's Jim Casson is kind of the leader of that group, and it's sort of an experimental percussion sound, which is a little different from our usual material we have, or a lot of acoustic things we have on Tuesday Live. But we're always open to all sorts of great entertainment, and found a great road song that Jim produced with Dark Orchard. So looking forward to sharing that with you. We also have the talented Marc Desilets and more of his musical friends. We're tapping into that our Kapuskasing connection. I don't think Mark's still in Kapuskasing. I think Ron told me he's in Calgary now, I believe. But great, must be a great little musical town up there. I'm calling Kapuskasing Nashville North, because it's certainly a lot of great music up there. And all the way, going from the north to the south, all the way from California, we have the amazing flat picking of James Hempfling. And that's another name you may recognize if you're a regular viewer. James was on, probably a few months ago for the first time with a couple other musicians from down the States. And James wasn't doing any flat picking at that time, but I got him to do some flat picking for us, so looking forward to that. If anyone hasn't heard guitar flat picking, you're going to hear some good guitar flat picking tonight, let me tell you. And we also have Tuesday Live's favorite folk super duo, I call them, Bob McLean and Carol Pines, MacTalla Road, have a great road song for us as well. And I don't know how he keeps one-upping himself, but Stan McRae's back with yet another fantastic set of his intimate and detailed nature images. I appreciate the work Stan does out there, and of course his wife Susie helping him find the pictures as well. Appreciate him sharing those with us every week. We also have our regular cast of characters. Rob Dylan, the next Dylan they're calling him, the greatest Neil Young tribute artist of our generation, I believe. Neil Old and Lazy Horse is here tonight as well. It's great. Lazy Horse is back in the stable, so to speak. That Irish fella, Robbie O'Spoon, and of course Cousin Willie out in the shed will be doing some entertainment for us as well. Last week, we had our first ever Tuesday Live Songwriting Challenge, where each of the Tuesday Live regulars, including myself, performed a brand new original song. It was pretty amazing, especially watching Neil Old and Lazy Horse collaborate to create a song right before our eyes. That was really something to see. Our regular audience member, David Ward, volunteered and served as a judge, compiling the audience reactions, and he informed me of the winner, who we're going to talk to in a minute here. And so looking forward to that. I'm going to reveal the winner of the show, but let's move on. Let's get right into that. I'm going to send us over. Let's see who won the inaugural Tuesday Live Songwriting Challenge.
Everybody out there in internet land, you too, Rob. Hope everybody's doing well. It's Robbie O'Spoon here in Dublin, Ontario, just having a grand old time, hilling the potatoes and swilling the pigs. What can I do for you, Rob?
Why, Robbie, just want to let you know you won the competition last week.
Well, that's so nice. I never thought I'd win that. I'm not really a songwriter. I just wrote about the things that I know and the things that I love. The potatoes and the pigs and the Guinness. Well, I guess a lot of the folks out there like the potatoes and the pigs and the Guinness too. So, thank you so much for that. And so, being the best songwriter among all the folks on Tuesday Live, that's really something. Be able to tell me, Ma, she'll be quite excited. Thank you so much for that, Rob.
Well, what do you have for us tonight, Robbie?
Well, I thought I'd do a little song about travelling. It's an Irish song by a band called the Proclaimers. And I know Chris Ann requested it last week, so I thought I'd do it since Proclaimers an Irish band, and well, I'm an Irish singer, so to speak, I guess. So the song's for you, Chris-Anne. So it's called the 500 Miles, and sing along if you know it, because there's some parts in there for you to kind of call and answer me. So do that, will ya? When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who wakes up next to you. When I go out, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. If I haver, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who's havering to you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walks 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. When I'm working, yes, I know I'm gonna be the man who's working hard for you. The money comes in for the work that I do, I'll pass almost every penny on to you. When I come home, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. If I grow old, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's growing old with you. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. When I'm lonely, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who's lonely without you. When I'm dreaming, well, I know I'm gonna dream about the time when I'm with you. When I go out, well, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. And then I come home, well, you know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. I'm gonna be the man who's coming home to you. Well, I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. But I would walk 500 miles, and I would walk 500 more, just to be the man who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door.
Well, thank you for that, Robbie, and congratulations again on winning the first ever Tuesday Live Songwriting Challenge. Some of you may remember Robbie's song, Why Don't We Sing Songs About the Things We Love? Or why don't we sing about the things we love? Where he sung about potatoes and pigs and Guinness beer. And you can actually hear all those songs are on either the Tuesday Live YouTube channel or on our Facebook page, I guess it is. If you want to hear any of the songs, you missed them, you want to see what all the hubbub is about. And we sort of thought we'd have prizes specific to the winner, so we're going to send some Guinness out to Robbie. Unfortunately, the Mitchell LCBO store, or Lickbo store as Robbie likes to call it, doesn't deliver, so Robbie's going to have to bicycle into to Mitchell to pick it up, but I'm sure he'll be happy to do that for a free pack of Guinness beer. Our next performer is a fantastic flat-picking guitar player from based out of California now, although I think he probably came out from somewhere in the mid-south. Yeah, I don't think he's a California boy by birth. And James, I met James. He's a turfgrass scientist. I worked in turfgrass for a long time. James is based out of California, and he's a super talented acoustic musician, as you're going to see. And he's cloned himself here for this next tune. So let's give it a listen. A little bit of hot flat picking from James Hempfling.
This 9-pound hammer is a little too heavy, buddy, for my size, yes, for my size. Well, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? I'm going to the mountain, see my baby, Lord, I ain't coming back, no, I ain't coming back. Well, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go? Well, roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. How can I roll when the wheels won't go?
Well, thank you so much, James. That was super hot flat picking from James Hempfling, a little bit of 9-pound hammer. And anyone who knows flat picking, I know there's a few flat pickers out there, or certainly a few flat picking aficionados as well. Certainly hear a little bit of Clarence White and the late Tony Rice. Both those fellas passed away, but late Tony Rice and Clarence White music or influence certainly in James picking. But whoo, that was hot flat picking. And I'm not sure he's much of a flat picker, but he's a bit of a rabbit chaser. So I'm going to head it out to the shed and see what Cousin Willie's got for us this week. Hey, Willie.
Hey, is that rabbit out there? God dang rabbit, get out of there! God dang rabbit! Hey y'all, Willie here again. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. I've had a pretty good week, I've been thinking about that songwriting contest, and well, congratulations to Robbie for winning it. It's I thought that was a good song about potatoes and pigs and Guinness. You can't go wrong with a song about that, can you? I don't mind Guinness once in a while myself, although I'm more of a Bud Light man myself. But I'll drink Guinness once in a while. A little bit of foreign beer there. It's pretty good. And anyways, also I know a lot of folks have been thinking about me and Stu. And last week Stu left me some flowers in the trap, so I kind of just left the trap alone. I thought, well, geez, that Stu fella, I got to think a little more about him. David Ward, he said, we got all this habitat around here for rabbits, so why would we not expect rabbits to show up? I guess he's kind of right there. Why wouldn't we expect rabbits to show up? And well, I think it's better just keep the rabbits out of the garden by putting a fence around it, maybe, rather than trying to trap them. I did used to like eating rabbits, but I'm getting a little bit more attached to him. I'm not sure I'd want to eat that young fella. He's a good-looking young buck rabbit, So anyways, I'm going to leave him alone for now. Anyways, hopefully he stays out of my grill and I'll stay out of his. And I thought about we're doing this road songs this week, and I thought, well, David Ward, he requested a road song called the Old 55, and I thought, well, I can do that song. I know it. My granddad used to have an old 55 Chevy. I used to go in one of the first cars I ever rode. It was my grandpa's old 55 Chevy, and I liked that old car. Don't know what happened to it. Wish I still had it now, that's for sure. But anyways, what kind of old cars did you used to have? Have any good old cars out there? You still got one? We ain't got any old cars around here, but I like the old cars. They're always fun to see going down the highway, particularly in the summer. See some fella, well, usually some old fella driving some old car. You don't see too many young fellas in the old cars, anyways. But anyways, I better get to this song because Rob's gonna say, "Hey, Willie, what you doing out there? Come on, speed her up. We got a show to get in here. We don't want to dragging it out forever and ever and ever." So anyways, I'm gonna do this song, Old 55. It's Tom Waits' song, and I thank you, David, for requesting it. It's a good one. So quickly, I went lickety-splitly. out to my old 55. As I pulled away slowly, feeling so holy, God knows I was feeling alive. And now the sun's coming out, I'm riding with Lady Luck. Freeway cars and trucks, stars beginning to fade, and I lead the parade, just a wishing I'd stayed a little longer. Oh Lord, let me tell you that the feeling's getting stronger. At 6 in the morning, gave me no warning, I had to be on my way. Well, there's trucks all a-passing me, and the lights all a-flashing. I'm on my way home from your place, and now the sun's coming up. I'm riding with Lady Luck. Freeway cars and trucks, stars beginning to fade, and I lead the parade, just a wishing I'd stayed a little longer. Oh Lord, let me tell you that the feeling's getting stronger. So quickly, I went lickety-splitly out to my old 55. As I pulled away slowly, feeling so holy, God knows I was feeling alive. Now the sun's coming up, I'm riding with Lady Luck. Freeway cars and trucks, freeway cars and trucks, freeway cars and trucks.
Thank you for that, Willie. Beautiful rendition of that song. Thank you, David, for requesting that song. Great song. I was not that familiar with it, but when I heard Willie practicing it, I thought, wow, that's a fantastic song. And Willie really did a nice version of it there, so appreciate that, Willie. And nice to see things are settling out a bit out there by the shed. The conflict between Willie and Stu is a bit of a standoff, I guess a peaceful situation right now anyways, so hopefully we won't be smelling any grilling rabbit back there anytime soon. But appreciate that. I see folks are posting about the type of car or the year and type of car they learned to drive on, which is kind of neat. I'd love to hear what or see what car you learned to drive on. I drove on my dad he bought a brand new off the lot, a 1967 Volvo 122 wagon. Had a big long stick shift for on the floor, and I remember my dad, he had to buy seatbelts were an option. My dad, being the safe fella he was, elected to get the seatbelt option on that Volvo. But that was the first car I drove. In fact, drove it for a long time. We had that car for a long time. I drove it into my 20s, and finally I think we sold it for $150, and it was on the road for another 5 or 10 years. Who knows? It might still be on the road. Every once in a while you see an old Volvo 122, but I see a lot of folks putting in. So let us know what car you learned to drive on or drive when you first started driving, whether it was a stick or you were fortunate enough to drive automatic. I know a lot of folks of our generation had automatics. Remember my buddy Tommy, his dad had an old Dodge, I think. It had a push button transmission on the dash. And I remember like some of the buttons had fallen off. So he had one buddy had to pull it out and push it in. Some of the other, to make the car, put it into gear, he had to take the button out and put it in a different slot to push it in. That was kind of funny. But anyways, moving on. Willie talking about blathering on and wasting time. Let's get on to more music. We've got a fantastic guest coming up now. They've been on the show many times, both individually and as a duo. And as you probably know, I'm speaking of MacTalla Road, the super folk duo featuring Bob McLean and Carol Pines. And here they are with a more of a Celtic type road song. I'll let Bob introduce it.
Good day, folks. It's Bob McLean here. Well, we got another video for you, and that Rob has agreed to put up on his show, which we're absolutely thrilled with. Rob's had this show going for, man, way over a year, so I keep on tipping my hat to the man for his stick-to-itiveness. That is, I haven't seen something like that in a long time. So anyway, not many musicians have been playing very many places in the past 16 months. I was just sending a note out about that, but one of the things that I have done, as well as with my duo partner, MacTalla Road, Carol Pines, we have assembled some videos, and we've been having a great time doing that. We have one for you today. This is a song called Pad the Road With Me. And it's a Scottish song, and it uses a style of language that is pretty old-fashioned Scots. So you'll understand all the words for sure. But pad the road with me is a confusing term because it means, will you marry me? Will you pad the road with me? I think that's just a wonderful way to express a desire like that. I wish I'd known that back in the 70s when I did the bended knee thing, and anyway, here we go. So we're gonna get this going for you, and Rob, thank you for putting us on the show, and hope you enjoy. Slàinte mhath. Says I, my dearest Molly, come let us fix the time. For ye and I will marry be, and wedlock us combine. For ye and I will marry love, right happy we will be. For you are the bonny lassie that's to pad the road with me.
To pad the road with you, sir, cold winter's coming on. Besides my aged parents, had not a girl but one. Besides my aged parents, had not a girl but me. So I'm no the bonny lassie that's to pad the road with thee.
Ah, never mind, cold winter love, the spring will follow on. Come sit you down beside me and I'll sing to you a song. I'll sing to you a nice song while I diddle you on me knee. For you are the bonny lassie that's to pad the road with me.
Other lads that I have had, they proved of cruel mind. They beat me and bad used me and proved to be unkind. They beat me and bad used me and made me rue the day. The dare I gave my love to them to pad
It's on my honest father's life, I swear I'll do no harm. I'll bust your bra and fair so that you can bear the grin as the belle of all the county round and pad the road with me. So she has donned her hose and shoon and to the kirk they gone. And long ere morning that couple were made one. And long ere morning her troubles were set free. For she's the bonny lassie that's to pad the road with me.
I'm the bonny lassie that's to pad the road with thee.
She's the bonny lassie that's to pad the road with me.
That was so good, Carol and Bob. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Boy, I love the tin whistle too, and see lots of folks chiming in with the vehicles they either learnt to drive on, or one of the first vehicles they had, or assortment of them. I sort of just when I was looking at some of the choices, like I think Peter said he'd learned in a '68 Pontiac Parisienne. I thought, kids have no idea the size of cars that some of us had to learn to drive on when we were younger. These learning how to drive on a Toyota Tercel or something like that. It'd be like driving around on your bicycle compared to some of the old big boats we had to maneuver around through the neighborhoods and avoided and parking. Parallel parking, remember that used to be the big challenge with our driving test was, the parallel parking that time. I think it still causes a lot of people a lot of grief to learn how to parallel park. But let's take it down to Eastern Ontario. I'm gonna play a little bit of background music, and we've got our good friend Stan McRae with another great set of nature photos from down along the St. Lawrence River. Stan. those pictures, Stan, and Stan often throws in a song request or two with his pictures when he sends them in. So this is Stan's request. So this goes out to you, Stan, and Susie, and all the folks back in Eastern Ontario. I'm gonna take a freight train down at the station, Lord. I don't care where it goes. Gonna climb me a mountain, the highest mountain. Gonna jump off, nobody gonna know. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? I'm gonna find me a hole in the wall. I'm gonna crawl inside and die. Come later now, a mean old woman, Lord, never told me goodbye. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Buy me a ticket now, as far as I can. I ain't never coming back. Take me southbound, all the way to Georgia now, till the train run out of track. Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, she been doing to me? Can't you see? Oh, can't you see what that woman, Lord, she been doing to me? Thanks for those pictures, Stan. Thanks for the Marshall Tucker Can't You See request. Marshall Tucker, great band, great road song. And speaking of roads, guys who've been down a lot of road, let's turn it over to folks who are calling the next Dylan, Rob Dylan. How does it feel?
Hello, Rob and everybody out there. It's Rob Dylan here. Just thinking about road songs, and well, you know, Bob wrote some good road songs, and I was trying to think which one I should play. Maybe one I haven't played yet on the show. So I was thinking he's got one called On the Road Again. It's not the one that Willie did. That's a different one completely. But this is one that Bob wrote. It's kind of a bluesy number, so I hope you like it. It's called On the Road Again. Well, I wake up in the morning, there's frogs inside my socks. Your mama, she's a hiding inside the ice box. Your daddy walks in wearing a Napoleon Bonaparte mask. Then you ask why I don't live here, honey. Do you have to ask? Well, I go to pet your monkey, I get a face full of claws. I ask that who's in the fireplace, you tell me Santa Claus. The milkman comes in, he's wearing a derby hat. Then you ask why I don't live here, honey, how come you have to ask me that? Well, I asked for something to eat, I'm a
as hungry as a hog. So I get brown rice, seaweed, and a dirty hot dog. I got a hole where my stomach disappears. Then you ask why I don't live here. Honey, I gotta think you're really weird. Well, your grandpa's cane turned into a sword. Your grandma prays to pictures that are pasted on a board. Everything inside my pockets, well, your uncle steals. Then you ask why I don't live here. Honey, I can't believe that you're for real. In the kitchen, they're enough to make me cry. The mailman comes in, even he's gotta take a side. Even the butler, he's got something to prove. Then you ask why I don't live here. Honey, how come you don't move?
Thanks for that, Rob Dylan. Great tune. Thought I should, since we're doing road songs, I looked into my own repertoire and thought, well, what road songs do I have? And I have one called Loves to Shop that's got a little highway reference, a little reference to Highway 401. Probably the most notorious highway in Ontario anyways, Southern Ontario. Can't talk for the North. I know there's some nasty roads up there too. But this one's called Loves to Shop. Driving down the highway, it's Highway 401, east to Toronto, but I'm making good time. Flashing lights behind me, I put the pedal down. A couple hours later, I'm driving by my hometown. Thank God for the coffee and this corn cob pie. Gonna keep driving into the night. I had a good job, I made a lot of dough. I had a pretty woman, I loved her so. She left me when the credit card stopped. She never loved me, she just loved to shop. She loved to shop. Paycheck came in, drop her off at 7, I'd have to pick her up at 10. I'd sit at the Hortons, drinking coffee with my friends, talk about our jobs and when we thought they might end. Layoffs in December, car stopped working in May. A couple weeks later was when she went away. I had a good job, I made a lot of dough. I had a pretty woman, I loved her so. She left me when the credit card stopped. She never loved me, she just loved to shop. She loved to shop. She loved to shop. Kresge's too. Can't forget the Bay and Zellers too. Canadian Robinson's downtown. I had a good job, I made a lot of dough. I had a pretty woman, I loved her so. She left me when the credit card stopped. She never loved me, she just loved to shop. She loved to shop. She loved to shop. She loved to shop. She loved to shop. Oh boy, she sure did. Anyways, we have a great artist coming up now. I've been on the show a few times. Kind of a little out of the Tuesday Live norm, but really kind of cool, kind of video percussion, spoken word thing going on here, led by Jim Casson, or Casson, I believe his name is, and he's the drummer, the percussionist, and this is a really amazing little song with a great vintage car bit in it. So I hope you enjoy it. It's Dark Orchard.
Everybody hears about Greyhound County, don't you? How good the people is, how they'll help you. I run into people I don't never seen them in my life. I help them any way I can. Everybody you meet, just 99 cents. If I didn't leave here, move, wouldn't you? What do you looks like a little squirrel. It's not a squirrel, it's
It's a mix between a gray squirrel and a chipmunk.
a chip. It's red. Yeah. So that's a red squirrel. Well, it's coming down. Says no skull. I mean, that's old Dad Land grown up, you know, called Scott. I don't know if you've heard that. I know you have. Call it Scott, 4 lanes. That's like a carburetor in my van, all glommed up with all that old dirty stuff.
Well, thank you, Jim, for that, Jim Casson and Dark Orchard, for that fantastic art piece there, music and visuals. I'm not sure if the car was ever identified. Someone suggested maybe it was an MG, and thanks Waxy for giving us a little bit of backstory there. I know I certainly knew Jim was a fantastic drummer. I guess playing with Downchild, that's pretty cool. And I certainly appreciate Jim sharing his music with us on the show and sharing it with everyone out there in the audience as well. So hope you enjoyed it, and you can look up his information. In fact, all the artists pretty much that appear in the show that have an internet presence, you can find them through our featured artist page at tuesdaylive.ca. So if you want to get more information on any of the folks that appear in the show or listen to any of their other material, check it out there. And we're going to go to one of our favorites on the show, probably the greatest Neil Young tribute artist of our generation, Neil Old, and his recently reintroduced sidekick, Lazy Horse.
Well, I have to admit, Lazy Horse, it's good to have you back, but what's that box thing you got there? What, you bought a Cajon? I think regular drums might be better, but I don't know. I guess we can give it a try. Let's. I thought maybe for this road songs thing we do the Human Highway. That's a good Neil song. It's about a road, I guess. So why don't you kick it off, Lazy? I come down from the misty mountain. I got lost on the human highway. Take my head, refreshing fountain. Take my eyes from what they've seen. Take my head and change my mind. How could people get so unkind? I come down from the crooked mansion. I went looking for the DJ's daughter. Since that day I heard it mentioned that my name is on the line. Now my name is on the line. How could people get so unkind?
Now my name is on the line. How could people get so unkind? I come down from the misty mountain. I got lost on the human highway. Take my head, refreshing fountain. Take my eyes from what they've seen. Take my head and change my mind. How could people get so unkind? Well, it's nice to see Neil Old and Lazy Horse reunited, and kind of fun to see Willie jump into that song and throw down a little mandolin solo. That was nice to see as well. Human Highway. It's a great song. You know, Neil's song, so much truth in Neil Young's music, and we're certainly happy here at Tuesday Live to have Neil Old and Lazy Horse to share it with us. We now have our final special guest of the evening. I've been looking forward to this with a great, one of the great classic road songs is our good friend Marc Desilets, originally I believe from Kapuskasing, and just an amazing multi-talented musician with a huge array of friends that he pulls in for these compilation songs he puts together. So without further ado, I'm going to stop talking and turn it over to Marc Desilets and his talented group of friends.
Hey folks, please join me and my friends as we boogie-woogie down Route 66. Well, if you ever plan to motor west, take my way, that's the highway that is the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it winds from Chicago to LA, more than 2,000 miles along the way. Get your kicks on the Route 66. Winds from St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City sure looks pretty. You should see Amarillo and Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, darling, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. Once you get hip on this kind of tip, when you take that California trip, get your kicks on the Route 66. From St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City sure looks pretty. You should see Amarillo and Gallup, New Mexico, Flagstaff, Arizona, darling, don't forget Winona, Kingman, Boston, San Bernardino. Once you get hip on this kind of tip, when you take that California trip. Get your kicks on Route 66. You can cop a few licks on Route 66. And you can meet a few hicks down Route 66. You'll be feeling real fine down Route 66.
That was a fantastic arrangement and rendition of that song, Mark and friends. And thanks, Ron, for pointing out that Mark is still in Kapuskasing. And I'm not sure where I got the idea he moved out to Calgary. I'm not sure. Maybe someone else moved from Kapuskasing, moved out to Calgary. But anyways, thanks for sharing that, Mark, and all your friends. That was a fantastic song. That brings us to the end of tonight's show, episode 72 of Tuesday Live. How amazing is that? Thanks to everyone who participated in tonight's show. Stan McRae for his always amazing images. Jim Casson and his Dark Orchard project. Mark, of course, and his band of talented musical friends. James Hempfling and his fantastic flat picking and singing earlier on in the show there. Our favorite folk duo, MacTalla Road, Bob McLean and Carol Pines. And our regular cast of characters, the next Dylan, Rob Dylan. The greatest Neil Young tribute artist of our generation, Neil Olden as Cajonne, how do you pronounce that? Playing sidekick Lazy Horse. And congratulations again to Robbie O'Spoon for winning the inaugural Tuesday Live Songwriting Challenge. Enjoy the Guinness, Robbie. And of course, Cousin Willie out in the shed, who seems to have made peace with Stu the Rabbit, at least for now. Next week, we'll be sharing more summer music. Then I'm going to take a couple weeks break, and we'll rerun a couple of your favorite shows from the past, if I can figure out how to do that. And I've already had a request for the fantastic Halloween special we did last year. But if you have any other you'd like to see, let me know, and I'll try to dig them out of the archives and run them while I'm out traveling about on the road, so to speak. And don't miss a show. Either like my page on Facebook and enable notifications, subscribe to the Tuesday Live YouTube page, and click on the bell to be notified when we go live. Or the easiest, just go to tuesdaylive.ca and sign up to our email list. And while you're there, check out all the featured artists who with links to all their content from all your favorite Tuesday Live performers over the past 72 episodes. Thank you to the generous folks who help support the show as Tuesday Live patrons or contribute to our virtual tip jar. It really helps us keep the show going for 72 episodes now. And you can check out on our website how you can support the show if you're interested. Thanks as well. You see them throughout the show, at the start and at the finish is the amazing animations of Karen Cantello and the Tuesday Live animation department. The amazing work that she does. My executive producer, Carol, for all the support and advice she provides throughout the week and during the show. And thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight and checking in all the way from all over the province and across the country. We certainly appreciate, and even outside the borders. I think I saw Lee's there from New York. Good to see you, Lee. And come out and hang out with us at the after party on Zoom. We always have a nice little group there, and you have the link comes out in the email every week. So we'd love to have you there as well. And I'm going to close out with my usual closing song, although I have to play with, I'm going to drop it down for those musicians in the audience and say, hey, that's not the same key he usually plays it in. You may have noticed when Rob Dylan was playing, he borrowed my D harmonica, and then he blew it out, so I didn't have a D harmonica. So yeah, just tells you, folks, it says right on the harmonica instructions not to share your harmonicas. It can spread disease, particularly in these pandemic times. I was going to have to bleach it out anyways, but I'm just going to have to throw it out and get a new harmonica now, a new D. So I've dropped down to C, so it's a little variation on the Just Love theme. But thanks for watching tonight, folks. Love yourself, love those around you, and let's just love, shall we? Everybody needs a place to go, and everybody needs a way to know they're just loved. ones we love, why don't we lift them up instead of putting them down and just love? 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. Keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We gotta start washing it off someday with just love. Only be here for a very short time, to lie in the sun and sip sweet wine and just love. It'll all be here and then be gone. Instead of harsh words and singing sad songs, let's just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. Keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We gotta start washing it off someday with just love. Just gonna do, and if you join with me, well then we would make two. We need more giving, less taken away. If we start right now, we'll get there someday to just love. You find it in your heart if you look deep enough. You find the only thing that we really need now is just hard to just love in a world full of hate. If we get started now, it won't be too late to just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We gotta start washing it off someday with just love. With just love. Just love. Or I'll see you at the after party. Take care.